Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Plug in India weekly show. My name is Abhishek. In this show, we are going to be discussing the weekly happenings in the electric vehicle scene in India. We also have an audio version of this episode. It is available in the podcast section of the Plug in India website. Do check them out. Links are provided in the description. So let's get started. Mahindra has launched the Mahindra Trio Zone. This is an electric cargo loader and is available in three variants. The variants are pickup, delivery van, and flatbed. The prices start from 2.73 lakhs and go up to 3.08 lakhs. To give you some information, the Trio Zone has been built on Mahindra's proven Trio platform. Mahindra has sold 5,000 units of the Trio electric auto. The Trio Zone has three variants: the pickup, delivery van, and flatbed. The Trio Zone will be available at the company's small commercial vehicle dealerships in select cities across India starting December 2020. Here are some of the features of the Trio Zone. It has a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour. It has a range of 125 kilometers. The battery is a 48-volt lithium-ion battery with an energy density of 7.37 kilowatt hour. It also has a payload capacity of 550 kilograms. Mahindra also offers connected and fleet management software. Mahindra Trio Zone comes with telematics unit and GPS. Now, we are very happy that Mahindra is focusing on the commercial vehicle segment. This is a segment that Mahindra has traditionally been very good at. What also caught our attention is that Mahindra is making almost the entire Trio Zone in India except for the lithium-ion battery cells. The battery pack, BMS, and so on are all being made in-house. This means that we have reduced our Chinese dependence, which is excellent. Mahindra has invested 500 crore rupees to build a dedicated EV R&D center in Bangalore. Also, they're setting up a manufacturing facility to make the battery packs, motors, and electronics in Pune. All in all, we're very happy with Mahindra's focus on the commercial vehicle segment and its efforts towards localization. Kinetic Green is India's largest cargo vehicle seller, and they've just upped the ante by launching a new cargo vehicle called the Kinetic Jumbo. This vehicle has a larger payload carrying capacity and a higher top speed. Here are some interesting features. The vehicle has a top speed of 55 kilometers per hour. It has a payload carrying capacity of 500 kg. It comes with an optional fast charger worth 20,000 rupees, which will bring the charging time down from 4 hours to 2 hours. It has a digital instrument cluster and it offers connectivity with the Kinetic Connect app. The battery is 48 volt with a capacity of 8.2 kilowatt hours. So remember the Trio Zone? You may find it interesting that the Kinetic Green was launched the same week as the Trio Zone was launched. In fact, not only do the specs of the Jumbo match the Trio Zone, so does the pricing. We are happy that there are some cargo loaders available now that have a top speed of more than 50 kilometers per hour. The existing top speed of 25 kilometers per hour was depressingly slow. Kinetic Green sells a lot of electric auto rickshaws and cargo loaders throughout India, and so they have an excellent distribution network. This will make selling the Jumbo easy. Second, we are very happy with the number of connectivity options that are on offer. Well done, Kinetic, for upping the ante and offering some high-speed cargo loaders in the market. ETO Motors is investing 150 crores in Telangana state after signing a memorandum of understanding with the government of Telangana. To give you some more details, ETO Motors focuses on large-scale deployment of multi-brand electric fleet for customers pan-India. The investment will happen over a period of 5 years. ETO Motors is a full-fledged electric mobility solutions and services company providing clean and safe public transportation for first mile, last mile, and intercity commuters. ETO Motors will set up a greenfield manufacturing facility for its range of electric three-wheelers in Telangana. The Keto Bulk E is an electric three-wheeler cargo vehicle ergonomically designed to pull a load of over 500 kg. It has a max speed of 45 kilometers per hour. It has regenerative braking and it has a range of 120 kilometers. So we did a little bit of research and we found that ETO Motors provides electric mobility as a service to its consumers and procures its vehicles from Keto Motors, which manufactures these vehicles in Hyderabad. We dug a little bit deeper than that, and we found that Keto Motors actually procures these vehicles from another company called Kaito Motors based in Hong Kong. And these vehicles are imported from there, and that is why they look so stylish and so classy. There's only space for one person to sit in the front, and that's the driver. Obviously, this is out of sync with the rest of the cargo loaders in the Indian market, where there is space for three people to sit in the front. So we are not entirely sure yet about the localization efforts of this company. Perhaps they need to go a little bit further to cater to the Indian market, and we'll keep following the story as it develops. We saw the BYD T3 electric cargo van on Keto Motors website. However, not enough details are available on this variant yet. Okay, let's move on to the next story. The Telangana government has recently rolled out the electric vehicle and energy storage policy. According to this policy, 3,200 crores worth of MOUs have been signed to get investment into the state in the electric vehicle space. Multiple companies like Olectra Motors, Pure Energy, and ETO Motors, which we just spoke about, have all pledged to invest in Telangana in accordance with this policy. So, Telangana joins Maharashtra and Karnataka in having its very own EV policy. We are very happy to see this. But in order to see real change, we need at the state and municipal level. For example, how about compelling OEMs to have at least one or two electric vehicles in their portfolio? Those that don't comply with this legislation will require to pay a carbon tax. There are many OEMs that don't offer a single EV option. Nevertheless, this is still a fantastic policy by the Telangana state government. Alright, for a final news item, the Jaguar I-Pace will be launched in India soon. Jaguar has started accepting bookings of its electric SUV on its website. Deliveries are expected from March 2021. The Jaguar will be available from 27 authorized dealers across India. The Jaguar has a 90 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery pack that delivers a WLTP rated range of 470 kilometers. It has a dual motor. It delivers 294.27 kilowatt of torque and a whopping 696 Newton meters of torque. It goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.8 seconds. The battery comes with an 8-year or 160,000 kilometer warranty. The top speed is 200 kilometers per hour. Jaguar is offering a 7.4 kilowatt wall-mounted AC charger, which will charge the car from 0 to 100% in 12 hours. Finally, Jaguar customers will have access to Tata Power's fast charging network. We went to Jaguar's website and we had a little fun with the customization options for this vehicle. You can customize the interiors, you can choose the paint, you can choose the type of headlights, wheels, seating, steering, driver display, infotainment, and more. In short, the number of customization options are truly mind-boggling. The I-Pace is manufactured in Austria and the batteries are made by LG Chem in Poland. We are not sure at this point whether the car will be imported CKD, that is completely knocked down, or CBU, completely built up. Either way, the cost of the car is going to be really high, but we don't think that's going to bother the kind of people that Jaguar is targeting. However, now that Tata owns Jaguar, we do hope that eventually the I-Pace will be made in India and that Tata Chemicals will be supplying the batteries instead. Jaguar sold 18,000 units of the I-Pace in 2019, the first full year of its sale. We are not sure how many units Jaguar aims to sell in India or whether it has a limit on the number of units it aims to sell in India. However, we're still happy to see a premium option in the electric vehicle segment in India. Alright guys, that's the end of this edition of Plug in India Weekly. We hope you enjoyed the episode and we hope you'll tune in next week. You can write to us at support@pluginindia.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook or Instagram. We are a cell phone and not a part of any media organization. If you'd like to support us, do consider becoming a YouTube channel member or a Patreon supporter. This helps in paying for our staff and our bandwidth. You can also support this show for free by recommending it to your friends and family. Every little bit helps. Finally, do consider subscribing to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. See you next week. Bye.